Hello, everyone, and welcome to No Opinion. With me today, I have, okay, it's technically tonight, I have the lovely Becca.
Hello.
I have Johnny Bonsacco,
Hello.
and then I have Ryan.
Thank God.
Hey guys.
Now, fair warning for the show, I am a coughing mess. I was hacking up a tree today, and I may have inhaled a bit too much sawdust. So if I go into a coughing fit, my bad. I'm sorry. That's just my lungs being active. Anyway, how was your
Okay,
day,
when you
Becca?
say hacking up a tree,
Um, it was more just cutting off the branches and I sawed a bit of it off. I don't want to saw the whole thing yet because we still need to get the Christmas tree stand off. Oh yeah, I should mention it's a Christmas tree that we've had since last Christmas.
okay, when you said hacking up a tree, I imagine like hacking up a lung, but for some reason a tree was coming out of your throat.
Oh, it feels like it, man. It's those big dry coughs. It's annoying.
He has the coof.
Yeah, I have COVID.
Well,
And
yeah.
then he gave it to me.
No, I gave it to me first, and then I gave it to you.
You're
Rona,
spreading love.
Rona, Rona.
Oh, goodness.
Anyway, how was your day, Becca?
Um, it was good. I had no work. Started a new book. And I don't feel good. So that's the only downside. I feel like my head is full of cotton, but yay, we're all sick.
I'm not sick. My lungs just want to kill me.
That's a sickness move.
Maybe.
Might I recommend before you do something stupid like that, you hose the tree down to get all that yellow pollen off of it that's been falling for the last 3 months?
It didn't have pollen. It was
Right,
all nice and green. It was beautiful.
right. Sure it
And
was.
red. It was green and red.
Why was it red?
Cause it's been sitting there baking in the sun for
Oh.
half a year. It's all
It's
dried
on
up.
the property, but it's just not on that tree, right?
Sneezing on that
Yeah.
tree sperm.
Bonsacco, how was your day?
Um, yeah, pretty uneventful, man. Sat up and watched the riots with Richo. Richo finally dropped off, and then I dropped off and woke up a few hours later and turned the riots back on.
Huh.
Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much been my day.
I'm the only one in this house that had a fun day. Sweet. Ryan, how was your day?
Largely uneventful. I got off work, slept, picked up my roommate from work and dropped her off at her second work, where I then had to turn around twice because they were trying to send her home and then immediately changed their mind.
People stupid.
Yes, they are.
So for me, this starts back on Wednesday. I finished Yoshi's Island, the first one. That was fun.
Ooh.
And then today I started Donkey Kong Country. Hacked up a tree, got all scratched up, and then rode my bike. Hey Pat.
Sounds productive.
Yeah, it's probably the most productive day I've had in 2 weeks, which is good. Pat, if you want to come on, I'm totally accepting guests. Just let me know.
Yeah, because his co-host sucked today.
Yeah, I'm a mess.
I hate
Becca's
to
a
do
mess.
I hate to do this, but everything just locked. So I'm gonna restart.
Okay. Oh boy.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, this is a beautiful start to the show. Pat, you might want to run now while you can, man.
Ryan, you're the temporary co-host.
Gotcha. I'm ready.
I'm ready. It has. I'm betting it's Discord, man. Discord's done this to me 5 times this week, man. I'm pissed. Okay.
You know you have to close it.
Well, I forgot, Becca.
Yeah.
I don't close Discord. It takes too long to boot up. I just leave it open for the streams.
And that's why you robot throughout the stream.
Well, tell me when I do that. I have an
Right
Ethernet
now.
cable now.
You
Oh.
just did it.
Right. I'm moving to the floor. Give me a second. Ah. Now see, we got a Wi-Fi booster. I think I mentioned that on show, and it has this tiny little Ethernet cable. So I'm right now sitting like a foot away from my Wi-Fi router.
Nice.
Anyway, for tonight's show, I told these beautiful people to go and get the most degenerate people they could find. Because, well, we all need a little bit more anger. Okay, we don't. I just wanted to get angry for a show. And this will allow Bonsako to rant to his heart's content. So that's
That didn't help.
I really hope I'm still here. I don't
You're
know if the
still
Wi-Fi booting
roboting.
up is going to drop me.
Did
Well,
we not attract the
it's
most
setting
degenerate
up,
people in the chat?
Not yet. And the Ethernet give it. Well, but how about you two take care of this? Because I'm sure I sound horrible.
Cool.
All right, guys,
Johnny
you ready for a great show?
It's the Becca and Ryan show. Yo yo. How is our chat? I
See now, we've got Johnny Hellcat, your boy Pat, Richo8181. I don't know who that guy is. He looks weird.
I heard he was a jerk. He's from the land down under. They're feisty.
Hey, did that fix it, or am I still
Oh, he's a
robot?
Kiwi.
You sound good right now.
Okay, sweet.
No, he's not a Kiwi. He's my Roo.
I don't like the sound of that, to be honest. That
When I
sounds
call
a bit
him my
dirty.
Roo.
Yeah, that sounds dirty.
Yeah. There's a reason I do it.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
what I thought.
I think it bothers him a little bit, and I like to agitate.
Makes him sound like
Yeah, I know.
Underoos.
Underoo.
Well, I just noticed I have this big scratch on my thigh. I should wear pants
What?
when I chop up a tree.
Yeah.
Well, it was still kind of hot. I didn't know it would be that bad.
Moves out
Oh.
there in those short shorts from Aussie footy.
Okay, they're not that short, but yeah, they go nowhere near my knees. It's all messed up. I hate it. Pat, Bonsako's stuff locked, so he's gonna restart. He should be right back. Hopefully he doesn't take the whole stream. Anyway, this one isn't degenerate people, it's just relevant. Teenager in Mongolia dies of bubonic plague. 2020, we need to have a talk. Can you stop killing us for 5 minutes?
It's not the
That's
year.
a Megatory Ghost Rider.
It's not the year trying to kill us. It's just everybody else.
Okay, if it's not the year, then it's God. It's Rapture. We're finally just gonna die.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I'm a bit pessimistic tonight.
This is a pretty lame rapture.
Yeah, it kind of is.
I'm
I
just
wanted,
saying, we're all stuck inside. We can't go to the movies and stuff.
Yeah, I wanted like hellfire raining from the sky and volcanoes. No, I'm just sitting around playing video games.
It's just
not-
too easy for your liking.
Yeah, Just
I
I
taking
asked for
nothing out of my
zombies
life.
and they gave me hornets.
You're roboting
Yeah.
again, by the way.
Oh, I think it's StreamYards then.
Maybe.
Oh boy. Damn, Becca, I lost my train of thought because of you.
I'm sorry.
I'll just read the
It's all
article
her
then.
fault.
All right.
A 15-year-old boy has died in Western Mongolia of bubonic plague, the country's national news agency reported. The health ministry said laboratory tests confirmed that the teenager died of the plague that he contracted from an infected marmot. I didn't know that was an animal. According to the Motsami news agency.
Okay.
I probably said none of that right. The case prompted the government to impose a quarantine on a portion of the province of Gobi Altai. Motsami said 15 people who had contact with the boy were isolated. So, yeah, they're trying to kill it. God's trying to kill us more. It sucks.
Dirty people.
The dirty people. Oh boy.
That's who's trying to kill us.
Man, bubonic plague. That's kind of retro.
Yeah. With the
Bring it
retro's
back.
the way to put it.
Go down to the local Hot Topic and get your bubonic plague.
I want to be a plague doctor when I grow up. This is like the perfect chance.
Shall we talk about
You talking so slowly.
Sorry, I'm looking through what I have and I got distracted. Boop, 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 boop. I'll save that one for later. I don't know which one to read.
How about you figure it out while Ryan and I talk to the chat?
Cool.
Okay, the entire chat is retro. That's not much to talk about.
Yeah.
Pat's in there.
Oh yeah, but okay, I don't see Pat talking. Maybe he's been buried under top chat. You know, that's one problem I have with StreamYards. It puts me in top chat. And I know this because I've compared the StreamYards chat to the YouTube chat,
Yeah.
and there are messages I'll just miss. But I don't want to lag the computer more, so I'm not opening YouTube. Sorry about that.
Apparently Johnny was in the protest stream. He lied. He ditched us.
That's
Are
probably
you serious?
it's probably a good idea.
That's what Richo said.
I think he's joking, but it's probably a good idea.
I don't know
to ditch us.
how much weight you want to give him on that.
Hey, wisecracker.
I believe it.
You know, I finally have time to just sit with my mind, and I'm not doing stuff. And I've noticed I am in great and terrible pain. Wow, these scratches hurt.
Goodness. Okay.
I think you need to grab some rubbing alcohol and just put some on there.
That'll make it hurt more.
Yeah, but you might also get rid of any bacteria or anything you might have contracted from it.
Like the plague, because some animal pissed on it.
I'll do that after the show. And I don't think it'll matter anyway, because I did that like 8 hours ago.
It might help. You want to talk
Always
about
gonna end up with
LeBron?
sumac or something.
Yeah. You want to talk about LeBron James?
What about him? Because he said something stupid.
He won't wear a social justice jersey.
Wow, I don't care.
He turned his back on the cause.
How
I
dare
don't care.
he?
I don't really know if he turned his back on it because I didn't read this, but I liked the title.
I think
that
I'm
dirty raccoon.
I think I'm the only person in America who doesn't care about basketball.
I don't either. But our audience might.
Yeah, true.
Okay, let's see. LeBron James said Saturday that he won't wear a social justice jersey when the National Basketball Association returns later this month. The Los Angeles Lakers basketball star said during a conference call from Florida that his thoughts cannot be contained on the back of the jersey. It was no disrespect to the list that was handed down to all the players, James said. I commend anyone that decides to put something on the back of their jersey. It's just something that didn't seriously resonate with my mission, with my goal. The NBA is recognizing the recent pushes for social and racial justice, allowing each player to choose from a list a message to put on the back of their jersey. James is one of a few who declined to decide on a saying from the list, he said. Quote, I would have loved to have a say-so on what would have went on the back of my jersey, James said. I had a couple of things in mind, but I wasn't part of that process, which is okay. Everything that I hear myself.
So I'm hearing you twice.
Yeah,
Is it me?
maybe.
I think
I hope
it's
it's not
you.
me.
I don't hear it.
Everything that I do has a purpose, has a meaning. I don't need to have something on the back of my jersey for people to understand my mission, to know what I'm about and what I'm here to do, he added. James also said he never considered not playing due to the coronavirus pandemic, saying he believes the NBA and his commissioner, quote, took all precautionary measures to make sure that we as a league are as safe as we can be. Obviously, in anything that you do, there can be things that can happen, but we will cross that line if it happens, he said. McGee, the Lakers Veterans Center, said his jersey will display the phrase respect us, saying it's a blessing to have this platform. Respect us. Quote, this is the biggest platform we can speak about social injustices, McGee said. The Associated Press reported. That's the best time to talk about it. The NBA will resume games on July 30th at Walt Disney World in Orlando. Calls for social and racial justice increased after the death of George Floyd, a black man in Minneapolis police custody. Wow. Okay.
So they chose Florida to go and have their game while there's concerns over coronavirus.
Well,
Yeah, well,
cares?
LeBron said he wasn't concerned because they took all the right measures.
Well,
be
everyone else apparently is concerned about about what's going on here.
Hey, you know what? Florida live and people survived, okay?
Look, I want to make sure that every one of those players are wearing a mask. They've got an oxygen tank strapped to their backs, looking all like scuba divers. I want BLM to be plastered on the ball itself. I just
And
want to
down
see
the
all
court.
this stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, each game they can have a different ball, and it can have something new that they're protesting or whatever, and they can slap it on the ball right there. And then later they can auction off the ball for each game.
Welcome back, Bonsako. I was actually going to ask where'd Bonsako go? Because he's been gone for a while.
Well, it had to restart 3 times.
Oh, did the riots infect it again?
Something infected it.
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking it's just a sucky computer.
Well, yeah, that too. No, it had updates too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Johnny Hellcat said that his needed to update.
Yes, see? Not just me, man.
Wait, Bonsako, you came here just in time. Would you like to go next?
It's your turn.
Woo!
Hey, I'm still opening stuff up. Bite me.
Fine. We'll take care of my on-topic ones.
Oh, we're doing off topic right now?
Oh, no, I was just covering
I was gonna say because I got a really good one that I'd like to do because I wanted to open the show with it because it's just a cool story, man. Wait, I gotta find it.
Oh, sure, you do that. I just wanted to start with the bubonic plague one.
Oh, good
Figured
lord.
that'd be more relevant than what we're doing. Also, I
Oh,
misread the name of this.
okay.
That's fatally shot, and I don't want kids being fatally shot on my show. And guys, I forgot to say, I try to stay away from kids and animals dying, because well, that sucks,
Well,
and
yeah,
it might get us taken down.
and it's a good rule too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrong kid died.
I wanted us getting angry, not getting depressed.
We'll go to it, man.
I'm loading a new article because I got the wrong one.
Oh,
Oh.
here. Would you
Apparently,
like
that was a bad
mine?
one.
Mine's
We're all
ready.
over the place tonight, huh?
Mine's
Oh
ready.
yeah, totally. Okay, pop it up. This is a total mess.
Uh,
6-year-old boy is a hero after saving his little sister from a vicious dog attack. If someone had to die, I thought it should be me. It's a little
it's so
kid.
sweet
Yeah.
and sad at the same time.
It is. I debated on it and I'm like, no way, man. This little kid, 6-year-old Wyoming boy is being hailed as a hero for saving his younger sister from the jaws of an angry charging dog. In a now viral Instagram post, Nikki Walker, six, 6-year-old Bridger Walker's aunt, detailed the child's harrowing experience, revealing that the child was bitten several times on his head and face. Bridger, who had jumped between his younger sister and a neighbor's dog, grabbed his sister's hand and began running away to keep her safe. Walker said that Bridger told her, if someone had to die, I thought it should be me. Bridger's injuries required 90 stitches to close up the wounds on his mouth, cheek, and near his eye. He was treated at a local hospital and discharged to his home, where he is recovering, according to his aunt. Walker said that she and her family feels no resentment towards the dog's owner, who the family calls really great people who have been nothing but kind to Bridger and his family despite the horrific incident. And they go on to say, if anything, it's actually brought the families closer together. How fucking cool is that? Little 6-year-old kid, man, is the hero of the day.
But that's the exact opposite of what I was going for. But
I
that's good.
know, and that's why I decided we should start with that.
Yeah. Go for the off-topic ones first. Hello, that
So,
one
how
guy.
long before he gets dog-based powers?
Also, I don't think I will. I want Dogman. Oh wait, no, I covered a conspiracy theory about that. I don't want Dogman. What? Were you there, Ryan, when I covered that?
I don't know.
This YouTuber said that the Dogman raped him. Oh, that kind of slipped. My bad.
What?
It sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need a code for that.
I came up with a great one on the show. I'm just forgetting it now. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the article. Who is throwing me more pop-ups? While we think of a good code name. Teenager who threw child from Tate Modern balcony is sentenced to 15 years.
What
Now
the
the kid was
hell?
okay.
What?
The kid was okay, thankfully.
That's because
But
kids are made out of rubber. They are, man.
I wanted. Yeah, there's actually a comic I've seen where a kid gets hit by a meteor, and the dad goes, "Don't react. I'm certain if you react, he'll be in pain." Something like that. It's been a while, and of course, no one reacts. Kid's fine. I'm like, wow. I've
That's
seen
true.
Jenny do that when
Yeah,
he
that's
was
true.
3.
That's totally true. Man, I ran full speed into a brick wall or a brick post, split middle of my forehead, didn't cry at all. till my grandfather walked me into the bathroom and I see blood just pouring out my face. Lost it. But for the first 10 minutes, didn't phase me at all.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm an exception. I'm in great pain right now. Anyway, in August 2019, a British teenager nearly killed a 6-year-old boy after pushing him from the 10th floor viewing platform of the Tate Modern in London. The accused, Jaunty Bravery, pleaded guilty to one count of attempted murder, admitting to premeditating the attack in hopes of being featured on the news. Now, I would have totally not gone for this article, except for that one line. This moron threw a kid off a balcony to get clout, to be cool with his friends.
Why
I
are you
not
shocked by
stand
that?
Yeah, that's what we've been talking about like the last month. These dumb motherfuckers will do anything.
I,
Anything. Right. The riots were well, you don't watch them with us, of course, but all these motherfuckers are there. They're not there to protest George Floyd. It's all crap, man. They're there for the cloud. Fucking dickheads.
Today he was sentenced in a British court to at least 15 years in prison. But all the things I've seen for clout is like the stupid COVID stuff, like, oh, I'm gonna cough on this food, make him throw it out. It's always it's never been throwing a kid off a balcony. That's I for one am shocked, and I know I shouldn't be, but it angers me.
No, you should be because shit like that should not happen, but it does. I'm just saying, in this day and age, it's not really that surprising. Fucking kids these days, man.
Not shocked. Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn. I didn't expect to get angry this quickly.
Let loose, moo. Laugh it off. Can't let it
totally
get to
do
you,
that.
dude.
Wait, is
I
is
could
Pat
do that if there was a joke.
is Pat
What?
asking for the link?
I'll send it to your DMs, Pat.
Send Pat the link.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
I'm on it, moo.
Okay, I'll cover the article then, just in case. Covering all bases. You want to read the full thing? It's in chat. Wow, that story made me brain dead.
Words are hard.
Yeah,
The cops are shooting rubber bullets in Portland.
Why are you
agree.
watching a live stream during our live stream?
Because I want to see these dumb assholes get shot with rubber bullets.
I
Oh
see
my
now why I'm
goodness.
roboting.
Okay, so Tucker Carlson to take vacation amid staffer controversy.
Oh boy.
Tucker's been taking a lot of vacations lately.
Yeah, he has. Didn't he just take one? He's on vacation this week. Okay.
Yep. Tucker Carlson, one of Fox News Channel's most watched hosts, said he would take a pre-planned vacation. Yeah, pre-planned. As his primetime program comes under intense scrutiny. Carlson announced his plans Monday in the wake of a new controversy surrounding his program. Tucker Carlson tonight. After a CNN reporter last week revealed one of his top writers, Blake Neff, had posted racist and other remarks over a long period on an online forum, Auto Admit.
And how
This
many
sentence
people
is
from
all
CNN
weird.
have got caught doing the same thing?
Yep.
Oh,
Hey, Pat.
How
Hey,
you
Pat.
doing now?
Hey, Pat.
Even
Hey.
that what Joy Reid from MSNBC, like and
Mm-hmm.
What did he get caught doing?
He was posting racist remarks over a long period on an online forum, Auto Admit.
so basically stuff they did from the past came back, and came back to haunt them.
Yeah. How come I haven't heard of Auto Admit? It says it's largely used by law students. Anyway, so yeah, it's a pre-planned vacation. I don't know how far in advance, like a couple hours pre-planned, but he's on vacation again.
Well, this
I
is how
just
they
hope he
got.
comes back with a nice Hawaiian shirt and flowery lei when he goes on his show.
Oh yeah.
Well, this is how they got rid of Bill O'Reilly. He went on vacation and never came back.
They're trying really hard
Yeah.
to get rid of Tucker.
Oh yeah, they're trying
Yeah.
to get rid of Tucker.
Oh, they
like
hate Tucker.
crazy, man. Shit, they hate him
I
because
didn't know Bill O'Reilly got Epstein.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's really easy to hate somebody when, like, when basically, you're trying to pull out, you're trying to push an agenda and things like that, and then this person comes and counter your agenda, like I said, with logic and facts and shit like that. Like, God damn it, well, we got to get rid of this motherfucker. Hold on.
Well, that and he crushes CNN and MSNBC in the ratings
Oh,
and
yeah.
just on logic
Oh,
alone.
totally.
He's like, here, let me show you what my retarded competition is doing this week. And then he shows it, and it's like, wow, why would anybody even watch your fucking network?
I don't know. Torture.
They mostly watch CNN because CNN basically tells them what they want to hear.
Yeah.
That's all they basically become. They become a propaganda machine. They know it's all bullshit, but as long as I want to think this way and I want something to enrage me, and these people are going to tell me exactly just that. That's why them dumbasses go over there.
Yep.
Bonsako, you up, by the way.
Oh, I am?
Yeah.
It's funny because, well, talking about CNN, I actually have an article for that. Yeah. Think I'm not ready, huh?
Ryan, I'm so used to your penguin.
Hmm.
I find it weird when you appear in chat. Oh boy.
Nobody will ever know.
Well,
Oh,
really-
imagine my shock with this.
this leads right into what we were talking about. Good old Gator, man. Hey, Mr. Potato Head.
Mm.
This whiny bitch. Now, if you follow him on Twitter, I recommend it for all y'all out there. This guy, holy hell, the stupid that comes out of this man.
Yay,
So-
I'm excited.
You don't follow him? You follow him, right?
I
Yeah.
don't have to. Like, Twitter automatically
Looks
puts
like
these
the love
assholes on my
child of
timeline.
Forrest Gump and Wilson the volleyball.
That's
Oh
one
my
thing about
gosh.
that's one thing about my Twitter, man. It's like I do not have to follow any of these jackasses, but they're gonna pop up.
Well, I recommend following him because you want to get the first or second ding in on him. Because once you do, everybody else just dogpiles him. Now, as it turns out, Chris Cuomo isn't the only arrogant CNN anchor who got his feathers ruffled enough to throw a temper tantrum this week. And he throws a temper tantrum about every other day. This guy's
Yeah.
biggest pansy. CNN's chief media correspondent, Brian Stelter, erupted in one late last night in response to an accusation from a Twitter user that he and CNN have picked sides in the debate over whether or not it's okay to rip down statues of historical American figures.
Which CNN is all for.
Yeah,
That's my shot.
I have yet to hear a dissenting voice come out of CNN. It all started with a tweet from Stelter himself about Fox News, because, of course, Stelter appeared to take issue with the Chiron displaying the message "Left's War on America" during a Lou Down segment on Fox Business.
Which they're not lying.
Exactly.
How dare you state the obvious?
And let's talk about some of CNN's Chirons, man. Holy crap. Donald Trump is a racist, makes racist statement in Rose Garden. Wait, what? I watched that speech. I didn't hear anything racist. No one even bats an eyelash anymore when Fox puts up banners like "Left's War on America." Putting aside for a moment on how one would expect a Chiron like that on an opinion program where the host is, supposed to give you his or her opinion, take on the events of the day. It was a rather odd objection for a seemingly objective journalist to have.
You don't say.
Have any of y'all ever seen this motherfucker on CNN?
Apparently not.
How the hell can he talk?
He's one opinion. That's all he is. He's left propaganda. That's it. That's his opinion.
Mhm.
Yep.
Orange man bad.
Oh no, it's not even that. No, man, he goes all the way with Green New Deal. AOC is the new queen. This guy
Oh boy.
got into this crap. But most everyone reading his just knows Stelter is in fact not an objective journalist, nor is CNN an unbiased network, which has been documented thoroughly by this website and many others. Let's see. One of the response was, "Yeah, your side has been trying to remove statues of Teddy Roosevelt and Abraham Lincoln. That's a war on America." And then it goes on with tweets. And then he has a comeback. "Hey, bud, I'm not on his side. I'm not at a park trying to put up or take down a statue. Are you? As for ratings, which you mentioned in a follow-up tweet, Lou Dobb averages a fraction of CNN's ratings. Who cares? I guess you do, but no one else does." Lou Dobbs is also on Fox Business, you twat.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, I love how he sit up here and talking about I'm not the one out there ripping down statues, but you are on this. I'm saying on this platform right here, encouraging motherfuckers to go out there and do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I said, you might not be doing it, but
Exactly.
you're on there encouraging it. Like, yeah, this is all right. Go and do it. That's that thing right there. I'm not the one out there doing it, so therefore, I'm not guilty.
Yeah, but you patting everybody else on the back for doing it, you bastard.
Exactly.
I didn't pick this article up, but there's a story I heard, where BLM put up the statue of a black activist or something. And it was torn down immediately.
I heard about that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Theo.
Wow, they tore it down. I hadn't heard
Yeah.
that. I heard they put it up. I didn't hear they tore it down.
I think they tore it down today, actually, but I could be wrong.
I think they said 24 hours after it was put up, but wait till you get into the story.
Oh my goodness.
On a different topic.
I'll go find that story for you. You remember we saw it move?
Oh, I think I just searched BLM and went to news. That's why I saw the headline.
Because the reason why they took it down, because it was illegally placed there. Like the city didn't even know like what was going on. Well, they knew about or they had ripped down the one statue and threw it in the thing right there, but they didn't know about these people illegally putting this BLM statue up. And once they found out, they're like, no, that's got to go right there. Because it's not like I'm saying that that they couldn't have such a statue and things like that, but they got to go through the proper paperwork of doing such a thing. And of course, these jackasses being how they are, they didn't do that. So yeah, it came down. And of course, I think that they show some people who was recording the thing, and of course, you got a whole bunch of white BLM, protesters. Well, if you want to call them that, shit like that. It was more like a goddamn cult. Just sitting right there, taking a knee with their goddamn fist in there and things like. These folks they want to be a part of something so damn bad, man, that they'll just jump and they'll cling on to anything, man. And that's what it do.
They will.
It becomes very cultish,
Yep.
Like our oppression, like I'm saying, like
you ask them to explain themselves. That's racist.
Yeah,
I know some of them actually think they black.
Yeah.
they're just that brainwashed into it, man.
Well, it's like
so you're free hail at BLMs.
It's like
Robot Johnny.
Not the only one.
You're really bad, Johnny.
While he's doing that, I'm going to read the article.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to go, God damn it.
I know that feeling.
Police seek help finding suspect after man hit by car dragged more than a block. Wow. Police are asking for the community's help finding person.
I do recall seeing one black person, and everybody kept calling her a skank.
What?
That came out of nowhere.
She was this girl, and everybody called her. She was like the crackhead prostitute of the park, I guess. So nobody was happy. She finally got arrested, and everybody kind of cheered. Woo! They finally got her. I was like, all right, this is where I'm going to bed. Y'all have lost your minds,
Oh
man.
my goodness.
You didn't
Okay,
know that
Moo.
part? That was the best part of the whole ride this morning.
Police are asking for a community's help finding a person wanted in connection to an attempted murder in June near Harry and Oliver. I don't know about that. The victim remains hospitalized. Police are looking for Abrina Wilburn, 20, of Wichita. Wilburn is wanted on suspicion of attempted murder, aggravated battery, and an outstanding warrant, Officer Shirley Davidson said in a news release. Police were called about the incident. Okay, yeah, don't care. Wilburn was driving a Ford Focus and backing out of a parking spot at a business at Harry and Oliver. A 33-year-old man was walking through the parking lot and almost hit by Wilburn, Davidson said. A disturbance ensued between the victim, Wilburn, and a passenger inside of the Focus, Davison said. During the disturbance, Wilburn intentionally drove the Focus toward the victim, striking him and dragging him approximately 1.5 blocks before fleeing from the scene. Anyone with information about the case can call detectives at this number or Crime Stoppers at this number.
They are picking the wrong few months to ask for cooperation from anyone.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I dropped an article on the BLM statue if you want to read it, Mo, in the private chat.
All right. I'll have that as my next article. Becca.
So wait, with this one right here, did the people like intentionally try to hit these folks, or was it just like
Yeah. There is yelling about the guy almost getting hit. So then the person driving the Focus just went, you know what, I'm gonna hit you, and dragged him down 1.5 blocks.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's a bit overkill.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Luckily, he's only in the hospital.
Because there are dumbasses that are purposely putting themselves in front of goddamn cars and things like that, and then they're attacking the car and then wondering why the hell they getting dragged. It's like going back to a couple of articles that you were saying earlier, how y'all was saying a lot of these people who are basically out in these protests, they ain't out here trying to protest anything, they're just basically doing it for the clout. And that's what it truly is with some of them, It's like some of them basically going out there and they're intentionally trying to get into confrontations and things like that, hoping something will happen to them just so you'd be like, hey, look at me, look what happened to me, I'm a victim of such and such, subscribe to my Instagram. And then it was the intentional ones, like how we seen those videos where it's the one girl who was holding the the little drill, acting like she was helping out and things like that, and all it was just basically taking a snapshot so she could throw it on her Instagram, or the one in the black dress that was that just jumped into the crowd holding a BLM sign and
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, we had both those articles.
It's sad that most of these people who are out there, like I said, they're either Marxists, anarchists, or they're just basically doing shit to say, hey, I was part of such and such, hell, join my Patreon, or all that bullshit right there. It's that's what's real sad, the clout chasers.
Yeah. Well, it's like we were watching the riots. Why I got banned from one of the channels last because I went in, and there's an e-thought up on the steps of the Justice Center.
Yeah.
Sitting there screaming, and she's all decked out in these really tight clothes, and I'm like, so e-thoughts are protesting this shit now, huh? Instant ban. And I'm like, she shot up for a good 2 hours.
Yeah, they're jumping on anything they can, just to get their names out there, and you'll see them right on on Twitter, social media, and things like that. And the first thing that comes out of their mouth, is subscribe to this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And they don't know what the fuck they're talking about either.
No.
I love the ones that start shouting out the law, telling the cops what they can and can't do.
Yeah.
It's like, really? Tell him one more time. Maybe he'll go home.
Yeah. Well, that's what they were doing this morning when they were clearing out the park. The park's open at sunrise. We're allowed to be here. And the
Yeah,
cops were
well,
like, you got 10 minutes to get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. They all got the
all,
fuck out.
all public parks are closed due to COVID. Yay.
And the Trip Mountain. And me as a black man, I'm supposed to believe that the conservatives are the horrible people when I see all this bullshit going on.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I have an
I'm
article
supposed,
on that.
I'm supposed to believe that I'm saying that them people, those are the racists, those are the sexists, those are the problematic people and things like that. When it's been a bunch of people on the left that's been calling me coon, Uncle Tom, and race traitor and all that.
It's because you haven't taken your blue pill, sir. You need to get on that so you can be team whatever they're calling themselves now.
Yeah, well, their motto is "I say
Is
you
that
obey."
the pill that lets you see
Yeah.
the pointy hood?
Well, it's so you can go riding with Biden, man. That's like, okay, if you're going riding with Biden, go right off that cliff over there, motherfuckers.
I'm like,
But
you have to be.
George Washington University just released, there's an article I picked up where it's conservatism and racism, one and the same. And I'm like, wait, what? Wait, that's a fucking stretch. How the fuck did you get that? Apparently it's
Yeah, but the conservatives aren't the ones that's talking down on black people like they're inferior.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. It's all the conservatives. Of course, if you don't vote for Biden, Pat, if you don't vote for Biden, you're not a black man. Just remember that.
Y'all get
He
back on
said
the
so.
plantation now. We don't want any trouble.
I done lost my black card years ago, according to some people.
According to the morons on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. You ain't black, and I'm just not your version of black. Thank God.
I miss the days of don't put me in a box. Let me be an individual. And now it's like I have to check all the boxes to be the cool one. Oh gosh. Let's talk about the Chicago mayor.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
what the hell did they start calling her today? And I went, yep, that's right, Beetlejuice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I call her Beetlejuice.
Yeah, Mayor Beetlejuice.
Chicago mayor to White House press secretary. Hey Karen, watch your mouth. She actually tweeted that. I saw it today.
Oh, boy.
She took it down, right?
No, it's still up.
She isn't smart enough to take it down.
Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot fired back at White House Press Secretary Kaylee, and I'm not saying her last name, on Thursday.
Everybody knows. Oh yeah, she does have one of those jacked up
McEnany.
last name.
It's McEnany.
Okay.
Get on this move, baby.
Words are hard. Come on. After the hold on. Lightfoot fired back at White House Press Secretary Kaylee on Thursday after the latter took aim at Lightfoot's job performance. Lightfoot tweeting an image of a transcript of Kaylee's remarks earlier in the day, referring to her as the derelict mayor of Chicago, referred to Kaylee as Karen, a mocking name used for white women seen in viral videos harassing or calling the police on black people. Hey Karen, watch your mouth, Lightfoot tweeted.
Who is Lightfoot again?
She's the Chicago mayor.
Hey Scott.
And is she Native American?
With that last name?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know, man.
Like
just like 2 weeks ago, you had all the Democrats saying y'all need to stop using the Karen thing to disparage us.
yeah, but that's against them. They can use it against everyone else.
Okay.
They were tired of the wrong side using their clever phrases and words.
Okay. All right. My bad.
Lightfoot's
Look, Kaylee Macaroni had it coming.
Hey! Now, she's not one of my favorite people, but I love the way she handles her job.
Oh man, she be clowning motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Out
And
here
they
putting
and they just basically give her the ammunition. Like it's not really hard. It's not really hard to do.
She walks out with two big old binders full of notes. I got you, motherfuckers. Bring it. And then she buries every single one of them.
Yeah, because they're so damn predictable.
I love how she brings out binders because it reminds me of when Romney was running and he's like, I got binders full of women.
What?
Yeah, because he was talking about how he knows all these women that he can hire, and he talked about having binders full of women.
You know, Sheol. You can go fuck right off, man. Fuck right off. You fat bastard. God damn. Y'all need more Elvis and y'all need more Jesus in your life. I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
So I know people don't want to admit that Trump has anything to do with this 4D chess, but I feel like McEnany is a queen piece in all of this.
Oh yeah.
She's just slapping them around left and right.
Mm.
And you got to give Trump credit. That motherfucker control anybody at any time on anything because he
Oh,
puts
yeah.
out one tweet, their fucking heads explode. And the rest of us are like, y'all do realize he's just kidding, right? He's just kidding. As a joke.
That's because they don't know how to joke. You know, they don't know how to handle this type of, you know.
No sense of humor.
Mm-mm.
So am I up, Moo?
Yeah.
All right. MS-13 gang leaders charged with crimes ranging from terrorism to murder. But don't forget, as Nancy Pelosi said, these are all God's children.
Nancy Pelosi is drunk all the damn time.
Probably not long.
At the very least, she's just drunk. I'm thinking she's mixing in some pharmaceuticals as well. One suspected MS-13 member has been charged with terrorism. Another faces the death penalty, and other reported gang leaders face charges of kidnapping, murder, and racketeering. The Department of Justice announced Wednesday. The investigation and indictments target leaders of MS-13 represent. For the first time, a member of the organization has been charged with terrorism, according to the DOJ, which is kind of surprising to me. I would think machetes and the mass killings that these bastards do, it would be terrorism. Let's see. In 2017, the president directed the Department of Justice to go to war against MS-13, and we did just that. Republican Attorney General William Barr said in a statement Wednesday, in coordination with our partners at the Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department's law enforcement component successfully investigated, charged, and arrested command and control elements MS-13 responsible for murder. This is the part that I think is really going to fuck them up. 8 MS-13 members were indicted on charges of racketeering, influence, and corrupt organization and violent crimes in aid of racketeering in connection with 6 murders, 2 attempted murders, kidnapping, firearm offenses, and narcotics. So they're going to go after these assholes on RICO, which is what brought the mob down. I'm good with this.
Yep.
Was that evil enough for
I
you?
like it. Oh, MS-13, totally.
Okay, all right. Just making sure we're eyes on topic.
You know, I'd be pissed off too if I had 13 times of multiple sclerosis.
Wow.
That was
Wow, that was bad. That was really bad, man.
Like, oh, you got COVID-19? I got MS-13. Now, top that.
Yep.
I got BLM-20. What?
Okay. City removes statue of BLM protester that took slave trader's place. The sculpture of a Black Lives Matter protester that appeared on a plinth formerly occupied by a statue of a slave trader, was torn down and thrown into a river last month in Bristol, England. Was moved. What? Hold on.
Hey, just read it as written, man.
I'm just gonna move on.
Yeah,
The city
you
of
know
Bristol.
they don't have editors anymore, man. Just
Mhm.
Yeah. The city of Bristol has not yet decided what to do with the plinth the on which a statue of Edward Colston previously stood.
Yeah, because that's the one that they removed and threw into the river and
Mhm.
replaced with this shit right here.
Yeah, this is the statue that was erected. In a statement on Wednesday, Bristol's mayor, Marvin Rees, said that the replacement statue of a female protester with her fist raised to the sky, which appeared early that morning, had been put up without permission. We have established a history commission which will help us to tell our full city history, Rees said in a statement. As we learned this fuller history, including the part played by black people. Okay, yeah, I don't care. The sculpture of Jen Reed, who helped pull down the statue of 17th century merchant and slave trader Colston in June, and was photographed in the pose with her fist raised, was secretly installed by the team of artist Mark Quinn at dawn on Wednesday. A cardboard sign saying Black Lives Still Matter was placed beneath the work, which the artist titled A Surge of Power Jen Reed 2020.
wait. So it's a statue of one of the protesters
Mm-hmm.
that ripped down the statue in June. That's some
Mhm.
quick work. That's some damn fast
Yeah,
work. Holy cow!
Yeah, that sounds like some premeditated shit.
Yeah, it does.
Like they planned that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
this
Yeah.
is her with the statue. She looks a
I
bit like a
mean,
man, but
I don't know how
you'd
these
think
folks
they'd
are,
leave it up at least until the election.
Look at the saddlebags on that girl.
Hey.
I love how these folks sit up here to my Black Lives Matter, but will ignore a whole bunch of Black lives when it doesn't fit their agenda.
Yep.
The fact that they're not raising holy hell with the murder rate increasing across the goddamn country, especially I've never understood Chicago, Baltimore. Have never understood why nobody will focus on that. I don't get it.
There's no money in that. There's no money, whereas there's no money in it anymore. Like it used to be back in the day and things like that, fighting against that type of thing. There was a lot of money involved in it, but now there's more money in encouraging that than it is preventing it.
Yeah, fair enough. Because back in the '80s, it was Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, a number of other black leaders that showed up, like in New York City when the murder rate was just insane. They
Yeah.
showed up in L.A. They showed up and were like, "We got to stop this shit," and it's just been confusion to me. Why
Well,
the
look, listen to who you just mentioned, Jesse
Yep.
Jackson,
yeah,
Al
that's true.
Sharpton, all
Yeah,
them
that's
motherfuckers.
true. Yeah, fair enough.
They go where the money is, and that's
Yeah.
why I said the money stopped. The money stopped going, and then once they saw, well, we can make more money actually encouraging this stuff. That's why you see all this music and all this, this lifestyle in the black community and things like that. Where they basically talk about doing drugs and committing murder and side chicks and all that whoop whoop right there. That's mostly encouraged now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what? So what if we kill 1,000 black people and things like that? Who cares about that? But but a white person or a cop kills a black person every once in a while and things like that. Oh yeah, see, that's where the outrage goes. Forget like all the homicides in Baltimore and Chicago and New York and things in Los Angeles and all that right there, which happens daily. There's no money in it.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. Because the last 3 or 4 times that Al Sharpton's gone out, he's gotten just crushed by the media. It's just like, dude, you're the biggest fucking race trader out of all of them. You're the one stirring this shit up.
No. Why I'm saying why you was sitting right there, I'm saying, behind fucking Blasio and things like that, and with that, yeah, well, this happened after a video went viral of a black person actually getting shot in broad daylight. I'm saying while their child was actually there, and these fools are too busy saying about Trump Tower painting Black Lives Matter and shit? Because yeah, like especially in de Blasio's era, man. I mean, black homicide has skyrocketed.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we already know where their mind is.
Yeah, it skyrocketed and all. You're right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And the fact that the one that hurts, I think, the most, and it actually is painful, is the little girl in Atlanta.
Yeah, man.
And it's that for me should have been news for the next week. Top story. We need to find the motherfucker that did this.
But it was over. But she was overshadowed by that white girl in Seattle.
Yeah, exactly. That got hit by the jet. It's
Mhm.
like,
And then the other little black girl in Chicago that was murdered the same weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and another reason why they're basically ignoring that little girl right there because her family, called out Black Lives Matter.
Yep.
yeah, they hammered him too,
Yep.
and rightfully so, man. There's a 1-year-old little girl. What the fuck?
Mm.
That should be top story.
I'm
Fuck
saying,
right
man,
off.
and my heart goes out to that family because I mean I'm saying they are just destroyed.
Yep.
And that mayor, that propaganda holding motherfucker, man. How you gonna sit up here, how these folks, in this press conference and things like that? But the minute they call Black Lives Matter, what did she do? She tried to make it about that Rashad dude. I'm like, you motherfucker, really?
And then
Like
she
these-
puts out there that she tested positive for COVID and she's going to be on the down low for a while.
Yeah, because people called her out about that,
Yep.
Like these people just lost it. These people just, I'm saying, child was just murdered. You had them come on and things like that, to give their story, and then, and they rightfully called out Black Lives Matter. And you try to make it about, saying that one dude. It just goes to show like where her mind basically is, She is just as agenda driven as all of them are.
Yeah, it's really sad too.
Yep. We lost Moo.
You did?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Well, it's our show now.
He'll be back up in a moment.
All right. So
Yeah.
what do you want to talk about?
Well, I have an article about the second federal execution that was just.
Oh, I heard about that. I don't know why this guy got whacked though.
Justice
Did they go
Department.
through with it, or
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I think they did.
I'm gonna read it though.
Well,
There you go.
you're gonna try to read it.
Yeah.
We're gonna laugh at you, and we're all gonna have a good time.
Justice Department carries out second federal execution after another late night divided Supreme Court ruling. The Justice Department on Thursday carried out the second federal execution this week, following another set of Supreme Court orders issued in the dead of night, saying the lethal injection could proceed. Federal officials in Indiana executed Wesley Perky, 68. He was pronounced dead at 8:19 a.m. Editors are overrated. Perky was convicted in 2003 of raping and murdering 16-year-old Jennifer Long and had also killed Mary Ruth Bales, an 80-year-old woman, court records show. Asked if he wanted to make a statement before the lethal injection, Perky apologized to both Long's family and his daughter, saying he deeply regretted the pain he caused to all of them. His final words addressed his execution. This sanitized murder really does not serve no purpose whatsoever, he said, according to the poll report. Thank you. So thank you was
fuck
his
off.
last words. Okay. Perky's death by injection came 2 days after federal authorities executed Daniel Lewis Lee, who was sentenced to death for his role in killing the family of 3 at the same penitentiary in Indiana. Before this week, the last federal execution was in 2003. The Justice Department had pushed to resume carrying out federal death sentences since last year, adopting a new lethal injection protocol and announcing plans to carry out a series of executions. The department has said it needs to carry out lawful sentences, which were sought and won during both Republican and Democratic administrations.
Does it explain why they just stopped for 17 years?
it had to do, I believe, with the objections to the type of the execution method and things like that. They used to
Oh.
use 3 different chemicals,
Okay.
and there were issues with, I believe, the fact that it like would paralyze you, and you had one that would do one thing, which would be paralyze you, another one which would essentially put you to sleep, and then the last one would essentially stop your heart. They've since changed the that to one injection uh, chemical that just puts you to sleep and kills you. So, there's no issue of uh, paralysis for a period of time, which is considered, I guess, inhumane to some degree.
Cruel, all that.
Well, you're killing somebody. Of course, it's going to be inhumane.
Yeah.
Okay, not
Well,
wrong.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, the method of killing someone is they're trying to do it in the most humane way possible and try to root out any sort of objections therein. And it finally got to the point that they're like, look, we're going to kill people, and this is the best method we have available. You're not like
mhm.
suffocating in a gas chamber or, uh, having your neck broken via a noose dropping.
Well,
So,
being shot, goddamn to death. And
so some of the Supreme Court justices say that the death penalty itself is unconstitutional. So that's why there's been a hold, because one of the main ones is Ginsburg, and she's been there freaking forever.
yeah, speaking
Mhm.
of Ginsburg, like she's still kicking.
Yeah, man. She just got out of the hospital.
She just had she had another infection or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what they juicing that woman up with, but damn,
Yeah.
she just refused to go down. She like, yeah, not. I'm saying, not
today.
not until after 2020.
Yeah, exactly.
her and Betty White, boy, shit.
Every few days they give her canned spinach.
Yeah, she's like
Perks
80.
her right up.
She's like 87 years old, man. That's
Yeah.
insane.
And
How about
Ted
she
Cruz,
retire?
yeah, she doesn't want to retire because she doesn't want to give Trump an opportunity to replace her with another conservative constitutional judge.
Well, what's he got to worry about? We got John Roberts up there who's going to fucking left every goddamn decision. It'll still be 5-4.
Well, there's another judge that's gonna retire here soon, according to Ted Cruz. So Trump may get his
Super majority.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, boy, Ruth, boy, shit's like shit. She be up there, hell. They be asking her something. She just be over there, just goddamn Ruth.
Yeah, she be sleeping during his
She be sleeping shit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, Boo, your turn, man.
No, it's
Bonsucker,
yours.
it's your
Oh,
turn.
it's mine?
Yeah.
You suck at this whole order.
I'm totally on it.
I'm on it tonight.
But before we jump on that, like, it's like I've never been a big fan of the death penalty and things like that. So it's like, it wouldn't hurt me. It wouldn't hurt me none if they done away with it. It's like I understand why we got it. I just don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with it for some where it's very clear that they did some heinous, like murdering an entire family or whatever it is. If it's very clear, and even if the guy came out and was like, yeah, I did it, yeah, okay, death penalty for you. Because I know a lot of people are like, torture them for the rest of their natural born lives, but I'm not down for torture. I just want to get it over with and keep moving.
And
But-
then plus, like you had all those stories where it's like, people, they get on death row and things like that, and then all of a sudden they do this complete 180 and then start being like one of the best people in the world.
Mhm.
Like Tookie
Right.
Williams and Carla Faye Tucker and shit like that. But I'm
Yeah.
thinking like, that's only because they got caught and they got sentenced this right here. But had they not been
Exactly.
caught, tried, and sentenced to death, would they have still did this 180? Like I said, it probably be like a 50-50 thing.
Right.
It's like they had no choice but to try to get themselves right, especially if they believe in God.
Yeah, they were forced to focus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My issue with the death penalty isn't so much that that there are acts that people can take that deserve death. I think that's pretty clear. It's more so I don't trust the state in their execution of uh the legal system and everything enough to do something so definitive that you can't have any sort of recourse later. So, we've seen in many cases where there's been, whether it's due to technological advancement, or someone recants, or they find new evidence later, that the case against them was faulty, and they ended up with life imprisonment or what have you. So they end up getting out later. Um, there's been enough of these cases where we found that the system was wrong,
Yeah.
that
There's
that I
also
think we should leave that door open, just in case.
and there's been quite a bit of corruption with some of these cases too, where the district attorney is looking to take a step up and will use a case where it's a slam dunk. When all the evidence comes out, and you're right, right? 20 years later, they bring in DNA, and it's like, oh, this dude is nowhere near a match for the guy that committed this crime. You
Mhm.
can't take back the death penalty, though. Once you execute it, you can't take it back.
Yeah. And there
Yeah,
have been a lot of people who have
or
been
God
innocently
forbid
executed.
or God forbid you have what was it, Harris, that was holding on to
Yeah.
exculpatory
Yeah.
evidence.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So you have politicians that many of which were judges and prosecutors and lawyers before their political avenues took off, that will use that will try to hold on to their reputation at all costs,
Mhm.
and unfortunately that is sometimes at the cost of the citizens, and we have to keep that in mind.
Yep.
It's always the politicians.
yeah. And I still love Tulsi Gabbard for calling Kamala Harris out for that shit right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I still watch that SmackDown.
It was a great
My
moment.
Kamala just sitting up there just nodding her head, like, don't nod, motherfucker. You know damn well she right.
Am I up,
Well,
Moose?
Taco, you
Yeah, you're about.
Well,
do
we were
stuff?
talking. Moose said I had to find the truly evil in the world. Well, I
And you found Miss Cowfarts.
There's no question that since Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and her fellow squad members were elected, they have driven the party much further left. The Green New Deal, which promised to massively transform our society, included goals to eliminate air travel, cars, and fossil fuels. So how the fuck are we supposed to get around without cars and planes?
We just teleport.
You don't. You just stay at home.
Okay. And the New Way Forward Act, a radical immigration plan, are just two examples. Democrats not only gladly got on board with the extremist positions espoused in the plans, but at times said they didn't go quite far enough. God help us if these fuckers ever get control. While these radical ideas have largely been dismissed, what would happen if Democrats retake the Senate and the presidency? According to AOC, that's the key to ramming progressive ideology through. That is really, when people say and ask me, how are you going to pass this or that? I tell them, we've got to win the Senate and White House. That is our legislative strategy for getting this stuff passed, she said. Again, people, when they tell you who they are and what they're going to do, fucking believe them. Believe them. He's not kidding.
No, she's not.
Well, no, I no, because
I don't think she ever was.
you keep hearing people say, "Oh, it'll never happen. It'll never happen. It'll never happen." Bullshit. People like her keep doing this. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't like her. She's.
Well, she's too
I
fucking.
wouldn't say she's evil, but I just get a bad feeling about her.
No,
She's too
she's evil.
stupid.
She's evil and she's stupid.
And then you see the other three that she hang out with. Shit, yeah. You know why? Like,
Yeah, man.
yeah. You got
Look,
the dumb one, you got the
It's
crazy
like
one, you got
sex
the
with
racist
Harvey
one.
Weinstein. It's gonna happen.
You got Talib and Omar and those fuckers. They're evil.
Oh man.
She got a party mouth, though. I'm kidding.
Well, yeah. If you're
I
gonna,
could take that so many ways.
yeah. No, Becca, you're not wrong. If I'm feeding it carrots like a horse.
Yeah. She got that
I
good
was not
donkey
going
mouth.
that way. Right.
No, she cute. No, if I was drunk, I would think about it. But
Oh, goodness.
yeah, but no, I'm with Monkey on this one. She cute. She cute.
With a bag over her face.
But the second she opened her face, I'd be like, oh yeah, honey, yeah. Ain't enough Viagra in the world. No, sorry, baby. Yeah, I'm flaccid for life.
All right.
Anyway.
I have
Man, you
another
just
car
put some
one for you
peanut butter
guys.
in her mouth.
Bad vine. Right. Man allegedly hit 63-year-old with car amid dispute over face masks, police say. It's another police mask. Face mask one. A Rhode Island man was accused. What?
No, continue.
Okay. A Rhode Island man was accused of hitting a 63-year-old with a car after the pair had an argument over face masks, according to police. Ralph Buontempo, 30, was charged with assault with a deadly weapon after he allegedly got into his car and drove in reverse to knock down William Buchin, 63, in Lincoln, Rhode Island.
Allegedly. I saw the video. There's no allegedly about it.
but they have to say allegedly.
Yeah. So they don't get sued or something. I don't know.
Yeah, allegedly and then suspected and shit. Like, there's no alleged or suspect. That shit happened.
Yeah, they're like, we don't want another Sandman episode.
Authorities arrested both men following the July 9th incident and charged them with disorderly conduct. They added the additional charge to Buontempo after looking at video footage and speaking to a witness, according to the Boston Globe. So what was this whole face mask thing about?
Dude, one person was pissed, the other one wasn't wearing a face mask.
Yeah, that's what I get, but
I read about 10 to 12 articles today of just such shit like this. It's like someone's not wearing. But people are pulling guns on people not wearing face masks.
wow. Oh, that's a bit of an overreaction.
God, is it really that serious? Especially when you're out in public. I can understand going into like these places and things like that. Like me, it's like I carry a mask on me, just in case I'm going somewhere. When I'm out in public, I don't put that motherfucker on because it's too goddamn humid here to be wearing it.
Yeah.
When I go into these places, when they like, oh, it's mandated to wear a mask, I just
Oh, go ahead, Pat.
No, go ahead.
Ryan?
So I'm just trying to figure out the logistics on this, because if he was near his car in order to, go and drive and hit this person, what was the argument of the mask about? Like, you're not wearing your mask in your car. You don't have to wear it if you're just out and about and you're keeping, your 6 foot distance. So did this altercation start inside a building, like grocery store or something and then make its way out to where the vehicle was? I'm trying to figure this out
Yeah,
logistically.
yeah.
It
It started inside the store and worked its way out.
yeah.
Okay.
Police said that witnesses told them Boshin confronted Buon Tempo for not wearing a face mask at a local seasons market, which led to an argument outside of the store entrance. So they started shoving and all that until Boshin got hit by the car.
Yeah,
So is
shit.
that an inside market or outside market?
Uh,
Uh,
that
I don't know.
if I
It
read the
didn't say.
article correctly, it's inside. But just
Yeah,
a couple of days ago, you had a Walmart security guard pull a gun on a dude that refused to put his face mask on and followed him out into the parking lot. So this is starting to happen quite a bit. Like I say, I've read probably 10, 12 articles over the past couple of days on this shit, and it's insane. And I'm like Pat. I'm not wearing my goddamn mask unless I'm going into a store, unless I'm going into a public business or I'm going to be around people. It's too goddamn high.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think the
yeah.
lesson here is that if you are going to get into these altercations and try to, busybody people about this stuff, uh, keep it at the exit of the store. Don't go and follow people outside and keep harassing them about this stuff. Once they leave, they're outside. That's the end of the argument. Go about your business. Because there's no reason that this should have escalated to that point to where anyone was getting run over anyway. Not that this guy was right to run anyone over, but it shouldn't have gotten this far.
Well, no, but that's where again the media is fucking this up. The media has these people just they're losing their minds, thinking this is going to kill 10% of the population. It's not. I read an article today. A woman got into an argument with a mother who was pushing a stroller with a 1-year-old baby in it. The lady took off her mask and coughed in the baby's face because she was pissed at the mother.
Yeah.
I, people are losing their fucking minds because of this shit.
Well, the media never helps with these things. Fear, fear, fear. Blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
orange mad bad, fear, fear, fear. But this is where we're at right now. It, Now, granted, 90% of the population isn't retarded, but you got the 10%, and we're seeing the 10% are making a difference in society right now because they believe fucking everything. You're going to die.
Yeah, there's a stream I went to today. They said I'm pretty sure coronavirus cure was leaving its animal testing phase. Have I seen a single news outlet cover that? No, no. Have
Mm.
I seen it on Twitter anywhere? No,
No, actually,
no.
it's in the human phase, man. There's a
Yeah.
couple of Hollywood people whose parents are involved in the final testing. And so, yeah, it's in the humans. It's in the
Yeah,
humans,
I know. I
and they
said,
figure by late fall they may have a vaccine.
Yeah.
But yeah,
sweet.
but then there are people like me and Tom and Becca going, yeah, you fuck your vaccine.
Yeah. I'm not
Taking
doing
that
it.
shit. You ain't fucking implanting me with no goddamn GPS signal thingy.
Well,
That'll
my
blow
thing
your
is,
brain up.
I'm not going to be injected with something that was so rushed. They're talking about doing human testing for 2 months. You really think that's long enough?
Yeah.
I think they're trying to get something. I think they're looking at the weakest of the population is who's going to get the vaccine first, though. Because most of the people that I've heard are being tested are elderly people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's test it on grandma and go ahead and kill her.
Well, both my grandmas are dead, so
So
That's
are
a bunch of
mine. But
crackheads.
I'm tired of people telling me that I'm killing grandma when I don't have one. But anyway, I'm just saying, with the Bill Gates tracking shit that's out there and how rushed this whole thing was, yeah, I'm not doing it. And my poor husband will be injected with it because he's military and they get everything. He has no choice. He has to take it. So.
Oh, bye, Ryan. Now, unpopular opinion. Guys are a bunch of crackheads.
What?
What?
Maybe it's just me. This sounds like a whole conspiracy stuff. Now, the Bill Gates I don't know about, not commenting on that, but while I don't like how rushed it is, I'm still for the vaccine. I'm still for getting it. I still think it's a good idea.
Yeah, but what Becca's saying is, do you want a vaccine that went from testing to production in about 3 to 5 months?
Mm-mm.
That's not how vaccines work. It
That's
takes
not how it
years.
works. It takes years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I get that. And
So they're going to inject us with stuff that hasn't had prolonged testing
No,
and
Yeah,
hope for the best.
And considering
that's dumb.
that's not a
you're-
vaccine. That's an experiment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. We become the guinea pigs.
Mhm.
And Forrest, you're in one of the you're one of the lowest in danger of getting this virus.
Yeah.
So
If
no, you're not getting it. Until
If
you
it
turn
had
18,
a higher-
you can fuck right off.
if it had a higher death rate, I would be more for the rushing. I think they should take a bit more time with this. The virus is not this bad. It doesn't require only like half a year before it's completed.
Well, the thing is, the media is creating this panic. Media and the experts, air quotes, are creating this panic amongst the public. So the public is continuously demanding a vaccine. Why haven't you come up with a vaccine? Because they're all idiots and don't understand science either. So now all these countries are rushing to be the first ones to come up with it. Because you know why? The first one gets all the money.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Global power, all that.
So it's a huge cash grab. It's a huge stupid response to panic that's stirred up by media and experts. And these experts, I wouldn't doubt if they had their hand in the cookie jar when it comes to this vaccine. They're getting paid.
Yeah.
So
When-
it's all self-interest BS.
And Forrest, think about it. Think about when a vaccine comes out, say late September, early October. What's President Trump gonna say? I made this happen, motherfuckers. And
Yeah.
people are gonna believe it.
I'm for when the long-term effects are more clearly understood. Yeah, go and get it.
But that's what Pat, Becca, and I are saying. Yeah.
No, you guys.
Right now, with Bill Gates involved and with prior statements coming out of his mouth about putting tracking devices
Yeah.
in people, and then he jumps on this vaccine bandwagon and he's dropping a bunch of money in it. Yeah, I don't trust that man as far as I can throw him. So any vaccine that he's involved in, no, I'm not taking it.
Mhm.
Now I'm for getting the vaccine. I'm not going along with this. Oh, microchip. Oh, GPS. Oh, they're gonna hack our brains. That's stupid. It's dumb.
I hope you forever have this recording for when you're an older man
Yeah.
and it comes out and you're like, wow, was I wrong? Because it's happening in other countries right now, Moo. It is
No,
happening.
I'm not gonna touch on the Bill Gates thing because I don't know enough about that.
Okay.
But I find it stupid when everyone's worrying about the GPS tracking thing in your brain. You guys are carrying around phones. Do you know what those are?
Yeah, they're trying to make it even easier than the phone.
When's the last time I turned my cell phone on, Forrest?
I don't know. You're always complaining it's broken.
Well, I'm always complaining that. Yeah, no, never mind. Go ahead.
I just have
Anyway.
a different opinion. I think we should move on with the show before you
Yeah.
all start sounding really dumb.
Okay.
Who's next?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Mm.
Good morning, Michael.
Hey,
um,
Michael.
I'm
Good morning,
next.
Michael.
You're next. Okay.
Okay, so Trey Gowdy hits back at AOC on NYC crime wave. Go check the criminal histories.
Is this the AOC is saying that people are the crime wave has broken out because people are poor and they need to steal food?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. I just want to make sure I was on the same page.
Okay. New York City's recent crime spike has nothing to do with improvisioned residents being hungry. Former House Oversight Committee Chairman Trey Gowdy said Wednesday. Sorry, ad popped up as I was reading. In an interview on America's Newsroom with host Sandra Smith, Gowdy blasted New York Democrat Congresswoman AOC, claims that the surge was due to struggling residents being forced to shoplift in order to feed their child. Quote, Republicans are all upset that I'm connecting the dots between poverty and crime, the Progressive tweeted Tuesday. I know most of them haven't experienced or seen these issues firsthand, but I have. This may be hard for them to admit, but poverty and crime are highly linked, both violent and non-violent alike. So
she's still trying to pull that. I'm still,
Yes.
like she from the hood and shit.
Yes.
I'm Jenny from the block.
Yeah,
I think she thinks she's actually from the hood.
yeah.
She's saying
That's stupid.
she's saying she's seen this firsthand. Really? From your ritzy neighborhood? Like, when did you see this?
On TV?
Yeah,
On TV?
Miss Ivy League. I have a degree from an Ivy League college. You bitch.
Yeah.
I had a degree, and she was a bartender. Tells you how much that Ivy League degree was worth.
Quote, God forbid my 2 decades in a courtroom compare with her experience as a bartender, end quote, Gowdy remarked.
Well done, sir. Well done. Well done, sir. Wow.
Quote, was the 1-year-old killed in New York because that child was holding a loaf of bread? He asked. I mean, poor people are no more likely to cause you harm than rich people are. It is not whether or not you are rich or poor. It is whether you are law-abiding or not law-abiding. So the spike in murder cases, the spike in auto theft, the spike in burglaries, what in the hell does that have to do with being hungry? He exclaimed. The New York Police Department has reported a staggering increase in shootings and violent crimes in recent weeks as officials warn there's a storm on the horizon amid calls for changes. Shootings were up 130% for the month of June. Let's skip this part.
So this whole, I feel like they're kind of talking past each other on it. They both have some fair, I think, criticisms there, because I do think that you can link, at least to some degree, one's economic situation to the crime rates and whatnot. So just dismissing that outright, I don't think is very good. But for what she's trying to twist those numbers and the argument she's trying to pull, yeah, that's a load of crock.
Yeah, she's trying to twist and use it as an excuse for why the many are acting that way.
Yeah,
you can't say this is a just a poor problem, or there's a myriad of reasons for this. I mean, how many fathers are in these homes of these criminals that are out there committing violent, non-violent crimes? I mean, that's what it comes down to, because we've seen the fatherless home spike. It doesn't matter what color, black, white, brown, red, doesn't matter. We're seeing it all over the board, and as that spikes, so does crime.
Okay. Quote, go check the criminal histories of the people committing these murders. See how many of them are committing their first criminal offense since the pandemic started, and see how many of them are career offenders, where this is just the accumulation of a lifetime of crime that resulted in murder, Gowdy urged. I'll bet you they are not first-time offenders. He said he believes, quote, anyone who believes in logic will take issue with her stance. You can't be evicted in New York. So how can you be killing people because you are being evicted, he concluded. This is a city run by Democrats. So if they are having a hard time getting bread, she needs to look at her own party and not blame Republicans. We don't run New York. She does.
And yeah. And
Yeah, exactly.
De Blasio came out and said the same thing a couple days ago with this shit with her. De Blasio's like, you can't be evicted in New York right now. So your point is moot. It's bullshit. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, yeah, she's saying all the 130% increase of the crime is all due to evictions, poor, and hungry.
And that's all a lie.
It's all a lie because New York has always had that. The uptick in the crime is violent crime, and it's stealing cars, shooting people just in the street. I saw a video the other day of a guy that was outside cleaning his car, and a guy just walks up and shot him in the neck and walked away. Oh, I'm sorry, was that guy holding his loaf of bread and the guy panicked and just forgot to grab it on his way out? Like, no, bitch.
I was about to ask. The motherfucker didn't even steal the car?
No, he just shot him in the neck and walked away.
Holy fuck.
That's a dangerous, violent, psychopathic criminal.
Yeah, that sounds like a hit.
Yeah. And it's
right.
The dude was 35, just washing his car. Guy walks up. He had a hoodie on and everything. Because, I'm going to go for that racist Becky move and say he had a hoodie on. But anyway, it looked like he was trying to hide his identity from the street cams. And just walked up, shot him in the neck, and walked away. And it's like the car that pulled up alongside the dad holding his daughter's hand.
Yeah. That was
and just shot him and drove off. These are just all poor people due to COVID. They lost their jobs and they're looking for food. That's what she's sweeping it all under the rug. So although, yes, I do believe that your economic situation could lead you to shoplifting and stuff, I don't think that's the 130% uptick in crime in New York right now. I don't think those are related. Not on the larger scale. So
well, no, because it's a lot of it is just gun crime outright. It's just outright gun crime.
Yeah.
No, because you still have the poverty 6 months ago. You still got the poverty today. No, the gun crime is because cops ain't showing up in these fucking neighborhoods. They're not doing their jobs because the politicians have scared them to death.
Well, de Blasio put in a bunch of restrictions on the police force.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they're reaping.
Right.
Yeah.
So he tied their hands from addressing the crime, and the criminals are out. Plus, at the start of the pandemic, they emptied out the prisons and let the fools on the street. So,
God damn.
But no one's addressing that either.
Yeah, so you let all these prisoners out and things like that. Who knows how long they've been up in there, and you're surprised this stuff happened. But of course, that ain't our fault.
Right.
Well, and their new bail rules too that took effect this year.
The no bail.
Yeah,
law?
you got people getting arrested 5-6 times for felonies, but they're still getting let out of prison or out of jail because, I don't know what their bail laws are, but apparently, if the crime isn't that bad, they'll still let you back out with no bail. It's like guys go and commit 4 more crimes, and then they go, hey, maybe we should keep you in jail this time.
Look, guys. There's a clear solution here. If we just put the gunmen and the corpses in a room and have the gunmen apologize to the corpse, everything will be okay.
Ryan, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You need to go stand in the corner.
It's a newfound type of justice, and look, I think it's getting along really well with the kids.
Moving on, move.
Yeah. Moving on. Oh.
Moving on, move. Holy shit, Ryan. Yeah. Move. If this one doesn't appear tomorrow morning, blame Ryan. Yeah, blame Ryan. Oh, I'm up.
Petite. Yeah.
Oh, imagine my shock here.
Oh yeah. When I read this, I was like, wow. Wow. They didn't miss just by a little either, man. Florida Department of Health exposed for massively inflating COVID-19 positivity rate.
Not
There are,
shocked.
there are significant is an understatement. There are significant discrepancies in America's COVID-19 hotspot. Because all
Mhm.
I've been hearing all for 2 weeks is Florida, 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 Florida.
Well,
Impeach the governor because he fucked up, he fucked up, he fucked up.
well, Texas is joining that too.
Oh,
We just
yeah,
had to
You hear
throw
me
out.
rolling my eyes.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet we're gonna find out the same thing in Texas. Orlando news station
Um,
WOFL TV has uncovered a major discrepancy in Florida's coronavirus statistics. According to WOFL, the Florida Department of Health has said that countless coronavirus testing sites across the Sunshine State have reported a near 100% positivity rate, which means every single person tested was positive. While other laboratories have reported extremely high positivity rates. But reporters for WOFL reached out to many of these testing sites and discovered the original figures do not reflect reality. Again, understatement. For example, state data showed that Orlando Health, a local hospital, had a 98% COVID 19 positivity rate. But when WOFL reached out to the hospital officials said their positivity rate is 9.4%. I'm going to repeat that 98%, but it's only 9.4%. Let's move on. State reports also claimed Orlando VA Medical Center had a positivity rate of 76%, but the hospital told WOFL its positivity rate is only 6%.
Texas just threw out 4,000 tests in San Antonio.
Um, um, Now, I've been hearing for 2 weeks what a piece of garbage the Florida governor is for the insane increase in, but it
Yeah.
didn't really fucking happen.
No, you know why they're doing that? Because these are Republican governors. Because
Uh-huh.
you notice they
Oh,
haven't
no.
been talking about California, which I have an article on.
I
Oh,
say we let
California's been a
no let
everything.
let Becca
Oh,
go. Let Becca go with this one. I'd like to hear because I haven't seen anything on California
right.
Yeah, that's because it's run by a Democrat.
Already had this loaded, but okay.
and a corrupt Democrat at that too.
Man,
I would love to meet this motherfucker on the street just once.
Okay, so why isn't California criticized like Florida on COVID-19? It's a blue state, of course, but the virus doesn't discriminate based on party affiliation.
Wait,
Um,
wait, what?
the virus
We're
doesn't discriminate.
we
yeah,
have yeah, right. We have a super majority in the House and the Senate and the governor. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, that's
Totally.
and this is coming from Bloomberg Opinion. Just
fucking
take,
Bloomberg. Fucking Bloomberg. The fact
but
that man ever called himself a Republican is disturbing.
well, you know. Why aren't critics of pandemic reopenings talking about California in the same breath as some other states? And why does that say and what does that say about combating COVID-19? The pundits always signal out Florida or Texas or Arizona or all three. Consider Paul Krugman's column on Monday. Krugman, one of the liberals stalwarts on the New York Times op-ed page, believes that the reason the U.S. is losing its war against the coronavirus is Republican policies.
Okay,
He
hold on. The writer they're talking about is the one that the White House threw out about 6 months ago for starting shit with Sebastian Gorka.
The Playboy columnist.
Oh,
Yeah,
that guy.
Yeah.
That's who this guy is.
Okay. So he pointed to President Donald Trump's mid-April tweets calling for states to end their lockdowns and then wrote, Republican governors in Arizona, Florida, Texas, and elsewhere soon lifted stay-at-home orders and ended many restrictions on business operations. They also, following Trump's lead, refused to require that people wear masks. And Texas and Arizona denied local governments the right to impose such requirements. They waved away warnings from health experts that premature and careless reopening could lead to a new wave of infections. Krugman is hardly alone. Amid escalating infections, Florida, once held up by President Trump as a model for how to manage the coronavirus, is faring poorly, the Washington Post wrote on Tuesday. Quote, how Arizona lost control of the epidemic, a Post headline read over an article that described the state as an epicenter of the early summer coronavirus crisis. Texas, here we are.
Epicenter?
It said epic
It's
epicenter.
It's epicenter.
Okay.
Like where the
It's
earthquakes.
epicenter.
It's where the earthquakes.
They put
start.
2 C's in it.
Oh, okay. Oh,
And
then
a hyphen.
Then, in fairness, she read it as wrote, and we can't give her a ration of shit.
Wait,
That's fair.
2 C's and a
Read
hyphen?
as written.
I read it as Roten. It's EPIC
Becca, I tried.
dash
I tried.
center.
Wait,
I tried, hon.
No,
I tried.
That's why I stumbled on it.
Wait,
I was like, wait, I've never
wait.
seen Epic Center. What?
it has a dash and that
Yeah.
has to be on purpose.
No editors, man. No editors work for these fucking places
This is-
anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, but the writer had to thought that epicenter is literally epic center.
No, this
we
was
just described what the writer is all about. He's a dickhead and an idiot.
All right. I'm moving on.
Okay, moving on.
Texas. Here we are.
how old is this guy? I'm pretty sure this is the millennial.
He's got to be. No, he's late 40s, early 50s.
No, Joe Nocera wrote this
Nocera.
article,
Oh,
but
okay.
he's talking about the Playboy
Uh-huh.
one.
Oh,
Okay, so Texas, here we are, wrote Houston resident Mimi Swartz in the Times in late June. With the jittery populace and the Texas Medical Center's coronavirus website competing with TikTok, ICUs in Houston are 97% capacity with unsustainable surgery capacity predicted for hospital beds in late July. That's all a lie. I have the charts. There's plenty.
Yeah.
No question about it. Things have gone badly for the 3 states since early June. The number of new cases being recorded by each is staggering, and they threaten to overwhelm hospitals in Houston, Miami, and Phoenix. Texas and Florida both have more than 200,000 recorded cases of COVID-19, twice what they had less than 3 weeks ago. Arizona, a much smaller state, passed the 100,000 mark on Monday. Okay, but I repeat, what about California? Virtually everything you can say about Texas, Florida, and Arizona can also be said about California, starting with the shape of its COVID curve, which climbs gradually until mid-June and then explodes. It took almost 2 months for California to record its first 100,000 positive cases. It took less than 3 weeks to record its most recent 100,000. As of July 7th, California was second only to New York with 277,000 positive tests. Los Angeles is said to be close to running out of available hospital beds. Okay, so I'll skip down.
Now, is Los Angeles shitting on the hospital ship that they have out in the port like New York did?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, because New York got that ship. They got all those tents that, the Army Corps of Engineers came in and constructed for them. They didn't use any of that shit because Cuomo is a twat. I gotta believe that California's doing the same goddamn thing.
Yep. So I skipped down because they just started talking about all these numbers and I don't want to get bogged down in that. Okay, so in truth, Newsom has done many of the same things that his Republican counterparts are being criticized for. He's ceded the reopening process to the counties, which raced to end the lockdown before it was wise. Like the Republican governors, he declined to issue a statewide mask mandate, though he did encourage people to use them. He reopened bars, which caused the same problems in California that it caused elsewhere. In recent days, Newsom has put the brakes on the reopening in much of the state. He issued a mandatory mask order. He shut down the bars and indoor dining. But that's exactly what Abbott has done in Texas. All of these governors are trying to recover from mistakes. So,
Can I point out the number one mistake? All these motherfuckers, well, not the Republicans, I won't say that, but Newsom and Cuomo and all these boys went, yeah, go out and protest. Please go protest.
Yeah.
Come on. And that doesn't get mentioned at all. You can fuck right off. I'm so
As-
sick of this shit.
As
No.
you can see by like the graphs and charts and all that, it explodes right around when the riots happen.
Exactly.
I wonder why.
Fuck, even my 14-year-old son sees this shit. God damn it.
well, that's why they're not mentioning California. Essentially, it comes down to California is run by a Democrat governor. These other 3 states, Arizona, Texas, and Florida, are run by Republicans, and they're trying to make the Republicans look bad.
But
So,
Johnny, look, Johnny,
Oh,
the,
God
the
damn it,
protests
Ryan.
actually helped out because they scared everyone into going inside where it's safe.
yeah, they didn't go outdoors. They be
Ryan, I can share my screen right now with Portland, Oregon, if you'd like.
Go ahead.
Most of these motherfuckers aren't wearing masks, and most of these motherfuckers are not doing
yeah,
the
but those
social
are the
distancing thing.
protesters. The
Look,
protesters
they
are
are
immune.
doing their duty
but
to
this thing
save
is-
everyone else by scaring the shit out of them.
Get the fuck out of here. Anybody's afraid of these fuckers? Yeah, you all deserve to be taken over by a bunch of socialists. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
God.
Right.
Anyway,
Sorry, Moo.
This next article was a viewer submission. And I asked about it in the
boy.
private, but I didn't get an answer, so I'm
Oh,
sharing
boy.
it.
No. What viewer?
Shio.
Yeah, god damn it, I knew it. God damn it. All right.
Okay. Cheeky corpse. Georgia detectives find body is sex doll.
What?
Oh, I had this article. I actually had this article. I wasn't going to do it on your show, no more. Well, I was going to do it on my show because I have too much respect for you.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
viewer
well,
submission.
that's all gone now.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
yeah. It's out the door, man. Yeah, read it. This is some funny shit. Good
Yeah,
job,
viewer
Joe.
submission. I'm going with it.
All right.
So
let's try to keep this as clean as possible. 'Cause we might be pushing
it's a
some
sex
boundaries.
doll.
I know, but you know us, Moo. We go off the rails when it comes to this stuff, and we might be pushing some boundaries. Just read the article as written, and we'll try to keep our comments
We'll
PG.
use nice
PG.
euphemisms.
Okay,
like
PG.
instead of sex doll, we say wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And we're going at least PG-13 on this one.
Okay, we'll go PG-13 with our comments. Moo can read the article. I don't want him to get hit.
I heard you butt pucker. I know.
All right. I, for one, don't care what to say. Let's go. Okay. It seems like a major crime for Allenhurst, a town of less than 700 people in southeast Georgia. A female body was spotted by the railroad tracks. Liberty County deputies gathered at the scene and waited for the coroner.
Okay, having read this article, I need to mute myself because I'm going to fall off the bed laughing.
Oh my goodness.
It took a while before they realized the joke was on them. The corpse was actually a sex doll. Detective Mike Albritton. Wow. I can make so many bad jokes about that, Becca.
Yeah, you could.
Detective Mike Albritton said officers found the female humanoid Tuesday afternoon. WSAV TV reported.
Female humanoid.
This is some real detecting they're doing here. Yes. Well, it's shaped like a human.
Oh my gosh.
Under department policy, deputies can't touch a dead body until the coroner arrives. Once the coroner came to the scene, detectives began checking the body for injuries and immediately realized it was a sex doll. Detectives said it was anatomically correct, with realistic features, and was fully dressed. Oh, it's unclear whether authorities will investigate. Alberton said he's never encountered an incident like this.
You know, this is some law enforcement right out of the 20s. What if we take this chalk and we outline where the body was?
At least it was fully clothed.
But did it smell funny?
I will bet it did.
So that's why they brought the coroner in. The guy just never cleaned his.
And Becca's telling us to be good.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry, I can't help
Now,
it. I told you.
Moo, was it one of them $20,000 AI sex dolls that talks back to you and shit, blurs your thing?
I doubt it.
No.
It's
It-
nice
it
to know
doesn't
your
say,
girlfriend can
but-
double as a flotation device.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it was a more expensive one because the article states it was anatomically correct.
Well, they're all anatomically correct.
Right, with that,
Well done, Theo. Well done. Well done. Well done, sir.
that, and it being the last 4 minutes, I'm moving it on to the chat and our guests. Yeah, because they're part of the chat too. Questions, statements about that last story. Because wow, I'm willing to bet you can think of good ones. All that. See that lightened the mood quite nicely.
It did.
Yeah. We should save our Shio articles for the end.
Yeah, yeah.
I would have run with that forever on Sunday, but fine.
Oh no, run with it now.
Oh no. Becca has a point. No.
Well, she does have a
No
point.
square.
No, don't touch me there.
This is my no square. Well, she does have a point.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
glad
she
you took-
no.
yeah. Poor Pat. You notice poor Pat's been silent for about the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm just
It's like,
no, just
Show is over when I got to go.
Shio, well, I love that article. I ain't touching that question, man. I'm not Ozzy. That can get us struck. Oh.
No, that's a fair question.
Well, it is fair.
Oh, shoot.
Wait.
Bad Shield. Yeah, bad Shield.
Mm.
Wait, Pete, can you hop on so you can ask that question and we can
Yeah, Pete could ask that
we can
question.
answer it?
Yeah, Pete could ask that question.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, and Shio, does it depend on if they have It depends on if they have a male co-pilot. Wow, my brain just shut off.
Well, here, we have 3 minutes, right?
Yeah.
When are you streaming next, Pat?
Actually, later on this afternoon around 2:30.
2:30 Eastern time?
Central Standard.
Central
Yeah, that's not a
Standard.
real time. That's not a real time zone. Get the fuck out
No,
of here.
no. Mountain time is the only time that's not a real time zone.
No.
No one talks about Mountain Standard Time.
Wait,
that
so-
would be 12:30 my
What
time.
what the heck is
3:30
Central
Eastern.
University of North Texas?
No, wait. So, Shio, you're
What?
saying that female pilots sit in a Central University of North Texas pit?
Holy shit!
Mm.
So what are you going to be talking about, Pat?
Uh,
What are you going to be talking about today?
I'm gonna be talking about a tweet that I put up today, basically, asking like anybody who's been like in a relationship for like 7+ years of how they of what they did to like to make it last and things like that. And I got quite a great response from a lot of people I know, some people I didn't know, because of course like I'm on Facebook and I constantly see like my Facebook friends always dogging like, oh, men ain't shit and these girls ain't loyal and all that, that same old yada yada
Yeah.
shit right through.
Yeah.
And it's basically the same story, like they just mad because they can't find love in the people who they like to, lay down with. And of course you can't tell them nothing because they don't want to listen. So it's like,
Yep.
I'm gonna throw this video in their face after once I'm done with it and things like that to let them know, like they know what their problem is. They just don't want to admit it that it's them.
Nobody ever wants to admit that, man. I keep telling everybody that's ever come to me and said, "How do you make it work?" Well, first, you need to be happy with you. Problem is, you're putting everything on the person you're dating to make you happy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't work that way, man. If you're not happy with you, how the fuck are they going to be happy with you?
exactly. And then a lot of them, like they want this person to be this and that. They want everything that they can imagine and stuff like that. But what do they bring to the table? I tell them a lot of this, and of course, they get mad at me. They because they know I'm right, but it's not what they want to hear.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because then they're admitting that they're wrong, number one, and they have weaknesses or flaws, and
Hmm.
people don't want to deal with that shit. Most people
Yeah,
would rather look at your flaws and
hmm
those out than look at their flaws and say, "Oh shit, I should probably fix these."
yeah, and I'm definitely getting tired of ones that are trying to, change, certain type of people into what they want to be and things like that. Instead, why don't you go out there and actually, look and try to find, like everything that you claim to be looking for in a person, in actual people. Instead of this person right here who you just see, like, ooh, they got nice clothes, they got a nice car and things like that. Ooh, I want to take them home and go fuck them and then try to make that person into what you are.
Here's the thing. By your fourth baby daddy, at what point do you look at yourself and say, maybe I'm the problem? Maybe my
Mm.
decisions got me here.
Was not expecting that.
Yeah, but you got guys on the opposite end that have got 6 mommies and
Yep.
8 babies, and it's like, wow, wow, wow. Yeah, yeah. Not one of them made
Mm.
you happy though. Not one of
Cause
them.
The difference
it ain't just
there
one
is
side.
that women hold the keys to the castle.
And women need to be locking that shit up more often. Just saying.
Yeah.
Or birth control. Hey, yeah, rubber costs a buck. Use it.
Yeah, they do. Their problem is, like I said, they give easy access to the person that say the right things at the right time, and then get mad, when they can't.
Oh hell, in my younger days, when I was half cracked, I could talk a woman's panties off. I couldn't understand why she took them off. I was like, wow, how's that smooth? Because I'm never that smooth sober. Now, am I going to call you tomorrow morning? Hell no. You took your panties off for me last night.
And someone be knowing that, like they be knowing that this person is not a good person. That I'm saying, but they think that they can change that person, like
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I got the magic pussy. So once they get up in this, oh yeah, they're gonna switch around and things like that. Didn't work that way.
Well,
And some guy,
how many women did you date that tried to change you?
uh,
Did
me like the thing
I,
is like
I would say probably 75% of the women I dated all had a different idea on what I should be.
yeah, because a lot of the women that I dated, it's like they act like they were looking for a type of person to like me, but once they see how I was, like, because I was different than what they usually date and all that right there. Like saying when you,
Yeah.
when you used to date like shitty men, and then you finally actually get a hold of that nice man and you're not used to him, so you don't know what the fuck to do with him.
Yeah,
So it's like,
exactly.
yeah, it's like that was my fault in a few relationships right there.
Well, after
Right.
my first marriage, I learned not to marry a man hoping to change him. So, my current husband, I looked for the man I wanted that didn't need any
Exactly.
changing. And he is perfect as he is, and we have no problems.
And I have
Yeah,
to give you a hell of a lot of credit because every time we talk,
Mhm.
you are, I, you're not always happy with what Kenny does, but you're happy with Kenny.
yeah,
You're
and
just
especially
happy
when
with
you
Kenny.
when you work,
That,
I'm saying
that,
when you work with each other.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think it's me not being happy with what he does. I think it's mainly him not being happy with what I do.
No, no,
Yeah,
no,
you
no,
hang
no,
out
no,
with
no,
us.
no, because this past Sunday, you're like, I really didn't feel like talking on the phone, and he kept calling me all day. But then
Well,
while we were sitting there talking, you were like, and then you started going on about Kenny loves you, Kenny cares about you, Kenny, is just worried, so on and so forth. So it was like,
yeah.
you may be a little bit pissed at him, but you still love Kenny. Yeah,
Well, it's not so
you
much.
always talk about how happy you are with him. So
Yeah.
Mm.
And it's not so much being pissed at him, it's just being annoyed because there's some. Okay, so he's stationed in Virginia. I'm in Texas. We FaceTime all the time. But sometimes he'll FaceTime and just be like, hey, so I'm headed up to the store to get some gas and cigarettes. I'm like, okay, cool. And then he's like, all right, I'll call you back. I'm just like, why are you calling me and tell me where you're going?
why'd you call me the
I
first
just
time?
I'm in the middle of cooking dinner or doing something. I have to stop and answer the phone. So, and then like, 10 minutes later, he'll call, okay, I got gas and cigarettes. What are you doing? I'm like, baby, I'm trying to cook. Or, I'm texting my sister. We're trying to work something out for, I think at the time it was Father's Day. And I was like, just let me call you back when I'm done. And then he'll text me. He's like, okay, well, I'm jumping in the shower. It's like, oh my gosh, every time the phone goes off, I have to stop and look at it. So I was a bit irritated, which is nothing new for him. I think now he does it on purpose. We've been together for 16 years. He knows which buttons to push. So,
Well, no, he heard you had a new husband and a new boyfriend.
oh yeah,
Oh boy.
Yeah.
those YouTube rumors.
Yeah.
He was
He
was calling to make sure you guys were taking good care of me. That's all.
Yeah. Plus, like I said, being
Good
stationed
boy.
where he is and not there with you and things like that, you tend to miss people.
Yeah, you do. So no,
Do
I
you
think
explain to him that you're the one that abuses the fuck out of us?
I don't think I have to explain it to him. I think he knows.
Oh, he sees. If he watches the stream, he sees.
Yeah.
Well, he sometimes jumps in Discord and see what I'm in there doing because he also, before he calls, he also checks to see if I'm awake yet or if I'm in voice chat or something. So he can see if it's a good time to interrupt me. I mean, he's a considerate guy. I
Oh,
found
Sure.
Is she up with Tom and John watching footy?
Yeah.
It's Thursday evening. She's watching footy with Tom and John. I'm not going to interrupt her. Oh shit! Get the fuck out of here. I would call you just on principle. So
Well,
you're watching footy.
tomorrow is going to be one of those days where he's not going to check to see if I'm busy or anything. He's just going to call because he had duty today. So we didn't have our phone conversations today. And he's working until, I guess, 3 or 4 his time. So he'll be calling. He won't give a shit if I'm sleeping or eating or whatever it is. He's going to call me and call repeatedly. So, which is fine.
Well, we know who.
I love him.
Yeah, we know who wears pants in this family. Ain't the midget.
It's not me, most definitely. He is a man, and he is a good man, and I'm fine with him taking control because that's his role. I'm not a feminist, guys. I like a man who knows how to put me in my place.
But I love him.
Right.
All right,
With-
sorry, Moo. Don't
and
get me
with
started
that-
talking about my husband. I'll go all
Right.
day.
So wait, no. So
Not Watsako. Zip. We're ending this.
okay.
And just so you guys know, I put Pat's links in the chat. I put it for his stream scheduled for tomorrow and his Psycho Rick channel. Go check that out. Johnny's link and my link are in the chat along with our show schedule.
And
Look at
don't
me.
forget to
I'm all
stop by
full.
on Sunday to dislike my shit because I love
Yeah.
those dislikes.
So stop by the stream later on and want to come on and things like that. Feel free.
Sweet.
Right. We're going to wrap it up.
Okay.
I would like to thank everyone for coming. I'd like to thank the chat for stopping by and typing with engagement. I would like to thank our lovely co-hosts for helping me in this. And I would like to thank our guests for actually showing up to this mess. It was fun.
Woo!
Insane.
Bonsako, where are we going to be next?
We're going to be on the Johnny Bonsacco channel Sunday, 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 9 o'clock Eastern. I have no idea what it is Central. Okay, it's 8 o'clock Central. And I don't do Australian time, so you Aussies can fuck right off.
That is so sad.
All right. We're I don't feel like getting into an Australian-American war right now.
10:30 for Tom. 10:30 in the morning.
Oh, you
10:30.
bitch!
Thank you.
11 a.m. for Pete.
11 a.m. for Pete.
Okay.
Thank you, Becca. Yeah, I think you just saved us. Go check out Pat's channels. He's really cool, and I love his streams.
We would also like to promote Ryan, but he doesn't make content.
Yeah.
Subscribe to him anyway.
Yeah, subscribe to Ryan. We're trying to get him to 1 million subs by the end of 2020.
For no reason.
Hell, we're just trying to get him to 100 right now. No.
Look,
We're just trying to get
I
him to
have
100.
about 14 more subs than I ever expected to have.
You have more subs
For
than I
doing
have,
nothing.
you dickhead.
No, he doesn't. Okay.
Yeah, he does. How many subs you got, Ryan?
14.
14.
Oh, he's
I
only
think
got 14.
14.
Oh, it's Tom. Tom's got like 20 more subs than I do. And
This
he
is
doesn't
true.
put shit out either.
Oh, wow, you actually shilled him. Thanks, Becca. That made me lose my train of thought. Oh, thank you
Say
all
goodbye
for
now.
Yeah, thank you all for coming. We will see you on Bonsako's channel. Have a good one.
Take care.
Good night, guys.
Fuck y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye.